Okay, two channels I love on YouTube is the LFR Family and LFR JoJo. LFR JoJo just put up a video where he took this white privilege test. Although he said there were only 17 questions, me looking this up is 26. I'm going to take the test and then I'm going to talk about it after. Okay? Number one, if you wish to, if I wish to, I can arrange to be in the company of people of my race most of the time. Okay, that answer is yes. Two, I can be sure that no matter where I move, my neighbors in that location will be pleasant or neutral to me. No. I can go shopping alone and be sure I won't be followed or harassed. No. I can turn on the television, open a newspaper, and see people of my race widely represented. Sorry, I had to move my laptop. No. I can go to a museum or art gallery and will see people of my race widely represented in the objects and artwork. No. Oh, wait a minute. Number 5, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm keeping my answer no. 6. I can be sure that when told about our national heritage or about civilization, I am shown that people of my color made it what it is. No. Number 7. I can be sure that my children will be taught a curriculum which testifies to the existence of their race. Yes. I can go into a shop and easily find food, music, or clothes which represent my race or fit my cultural traditions. Yes. I can go to a hairdresser and be sure that they can cut my hair. Yes. I can count on my skin color not to work against me. Wait a minute. I can count on my skin color not to work against the appearance of my financial reliability. No. I can swear, dress scruffily, or not answer letters without having people attribute these choices. I need new glasses. To the bad morals, poverty, or literacy of my race. No. Number 12. I can speak in public to a powerful male group without putting my race on trial. No. I can do well professionally without being called a credit to my race. Yes. "14. I am never asked to speak for my entire racial group. No. I can remain oblivious of the language and customs of persons of color without feeling in my own culture any penalty for such obliviation. Yes. 16. I can criticize our government and talk about how much I fear its policies and behavior without being seen as a cultural outsider. Yes. If a police officer stops me, I can be sure I haven't been singled out because of my race. Yes. I can be pretty sure that if I ask to talk to the person in charge, I will be facing a person of my race. No. I can easily buy books, children's toys, posters, greeting cards, or magazines featuring people of my race. Yes. As a child, I had access to books where the heroes and protagonists were the same race or color as me. No. 21. I can go home from most meetings of organizations I belong to and feel somewhat tied in, rather than isolated, out of place, outnumbered, unheard, held at a distance, or feared. No. I can be sure. Okay, we're up to 22. Okay. I can take a job with an affirmative action employer without having coworkers suspect that I got it because of my race. Yes. 23. I can be sure that the gatekeepers in my life, such as my boss, my local, I don't know what an MP is, my local MP or my landlord, are the same color or race as me. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. No. That's a no. Okay, no. I can be sure that if I need legal or medical help, that the color of my skin will not work against me. No. 25. I can choose makeup or bandages in flesh color and have them more or less match my skin. Yes. At school and university, I could be sure that most of my teachers were the same color and race as me. No. Okay, your results. If you answered more than 13 yes out of the 26, have you considered that white privilege may play a role in your life? Well, let's see. How many yeses do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 yeses. So according to this test, white privilege does not play a part in my life. Now, I'm going to go and discuss the questions, which I think a lot of them were fucking stupid. 1. If I wish, I can arrange to be in the company of people of my race most of the time. Well, everyone can do that. I even asked these questions to my aide today. When she goes home, her husband and 4 daughters are black. She's black. When she has parties and she puts the videos up, I see not one white person. Oh, wow, I guess after this I'm going to have to do an update. There. Okay? So to me, this is normal. Growing up, when I went to parties, it was parties with my family, and most of the people were Italian. Even parties at clubs, I would walk in, I would hear Uncle Johnny and Uncle Gene laughing. Pick them right out. My Aunt Eleanor, pick her voice out right away. My mother, my father, although my mother, father, and aunt weren't Italian. Aunt Mary, it was all Italian. But what is wrong with having people of your own race or whatever in your house at a party, whatever? It's your fucking home. Now, a lot of higher ups in Black Lives Matter feel, well, if they walk into someone's home, a white person's home, the white people should just give up whatever for the black people. Fuck you. My home is my home. Everyone should feel that way. Black, white, Asian, Indian, it doesn't matter. So this question to me is stupid. And most of the time, I prefer to be fucking alone. Yeah, my son lives with me, but he's in his room. I'm in mine. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I would love it if my son would watch a movie with me once in a while. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. I prefer being alone. So this question to me is one of those questions that I've seen a few in here that they threw in just to mess with people. Okay, number 2, I can be sure that no matter where I move to, my neighbors in the location will be pleasant or neutral to me. Okay, the first one I answered yes. The second one I answered no. You can't predict that. I also think it's normal when people go and they look for a new neighborhood to live in. They check everything out. The schools, the stores, transportation. The neighborhood, is it a nice neighborhood? Does it seem like the people are nice people? Not white people. Not black people. Just people in general. So I think that's another messed up question. You can't predict where you move. People are going to be nice to you. Or neutral. 3, I can go shopping alone and be sure that I won't be followed or harassed. That I answered no. Again, you cannot go somewhere and guarantee it. I do get the point of this question, though. I remember one time a guy who was on YouTube, I don't think he's on anymore, Tommy Sotomayor. He was driving with his daughter and they were going to a store. When they got really close to the store, she said to him, "No, not this one, go to the white one. It's better." So even black people know certain stores in certain neighborhoods you should not go to for your own fucking safety. Why is this part of white privilege? I used to love going to a store in my area. I'm not going to say the name of it. But you would walk in and it would smell like a mixture of wood sawdust, sausages, different kinds of sausages, and pickle juice. This store, you used to be able to go into a barrel, an actual barrel, not plastic or anything, a barrel, and pick out the pickles you wanted. There would be a set of tongs, that you would use to grip the pickles and put them in a bag. And but I was harassed in there too. I was followed in stores when I was younger. But you cannot guarantee anywhere you go you're not going to be harassed. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what color the other person is. You can't predict these things. Number 4, I can turn on the television, open a newspaper, and see people of my race widely represented. I said no. Nowadays, you can't. Find me a TV show of today all white. All white. I see covers of magazines online. Most of the time there are black people on it. Now, maybe this was true years and years and years ago. It's not true now. What are we up to? We're up to number 5. I can go to a museum or art gallery and see people of my race widely represented in the objects and artworks. No. I went to the Museum of Natural History one time. I don't remember everything we saw, but I do remember we went to the marine section and saw that big giant blue whale that was hanging from the ceiling. And I was so disappointed that day. I wanted to see the dinosaurs. We can only guess at what dinosaurs look like, the color of their skin, whatever. We can only guess. Now, I've gone to smaller museums where they were all about art. And I've seen art on newscasts and whatever. Half the time, I don't even see people in the art. So, no, I don't believe that's true. And this is only from my perspective. I'm just talking about it. Okay, number 6. I can be sure that when told our national heritage or about civilization, I am shown that people of my color made it what it was. I answered no to this question. Now, when I was in school, I think it was just assumed it was white people. Only white people. Nowadays, people assume it was only black people, the black slaves. I believe it was a combination of everyone. There were white slaves too, and if you had money, you didn't have to do anything. Money is your privilege, green privilege. But no. Growing up, it was assumed they were white, but it was never said. I mean, yeah, there were pictures and whatnot, but I never believed it could have been just white people, because just looking around at my classroom, there was a wide variety of kids. There were white, there were Hispanic, Asians, blacks, you know. So how could one race of people build America? There's no way. Number 7. I can be sure that my children will be taught a curriculum which testifies to the existence of their race. I answered yes to this. Even today, even though a lot of schools are still pushing that critical race theory shit, are you an abolitionist? Are you a colonist? Are you this? Are you that? That's all stupid shit. But there are going to be things that are going to testify to the white race. There are going to be things that testify to the black race, to the Asian race. So yeah, I do believe that would be in school. Number 8. I can go into a shop and easily find the food, music, or clothes which represent my race or fit my cultural traditions. I answered yes. What the fuck am I gonna do walking into an Asian food market? If those packages aren't written in English, I'm not gonna know what I'm doing. So this is another bullshit question from this quiz. Most of these questions are bullshit questions. You know, my son loves a store called Trader Joe's. Once in a while he'll shop locally, but 9 out of 10 times he's going to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is so expensive. But it's what he likes. A lot of people prefer organic food, so they'll go to an organic food store or a health food store. Everybody's like that. So, number 9, I can go to a hairdresser and be sure that they can cut my hair. I answered yes. I never understood the struggles black women had with their hair, though. I just assumed they went to the hairdresser like everybody else. You know, and then I think it was, I want to say Monique. But it might not have been her. There was a black actress who said you have to bring your own makeup, your own wigs, you have to do your own hair and do your own makeup, because they have people there who are trained for white people's skin or Latino skin and hair and whatever. They really don't understand the wigs and the weaves and whatever. Personally, I feel if you're going to be a hairdresser, you should learn it all. Because you never know who's going to walk in. You know, even with men. Learn how to do the shaving. Some guys like the lines in their heads. Some guys like those tight braids or whatever. You have to know how to do that as a hairdresser. That's just what I believe. We're up to number 10. I can count on my skin color not to work against me, not to work against the appearance of my financial reliability. No. I can't guarantee that. I can't count on it. I don't think anyone can. I can swear, dress scruffily, or not answer letters without having people attribute these choices to the bad morals, poverty, or illiteracy of my race. I answered no. I feel like 99% of the population swears. To me, dressing scruffily is having your pants sagging so far down your butt, your whole butt is out, and when you turn around to the front, your whole front package is out. And if I was running a business and someone came into me, a job interview like that, I would not hire them. My son used to be a big one for walking around like that. I remember when he got his first tax check. He was so excited he couldn't wait to come in and show me and his father what he bought with it. The first thing he showed us, a pair of True Religion jeans. $300 fucking dollars. And when he tried them on and came in, he said, well, I specifically got them one size too small. For what? So, Mom, you don't understand. Sagging in the back it's I forget his exact words, but it was what the fashion was then. I don't give a fuck. The Madonna fashion was walking around in a see-through shirt with your bra. I never did that shit. I had the bracelets. I had the little lace thing in the hair. I had the puffy hair. That was it. But also the way you dress and whatever does mean something. But it doesn't, it's not, when I walk into a room, nobody looks at me and thinks I'm stupid. And I have never once thought someone walking into a room was illiterate or whatever just because of the way they dressed or their race or whatever. It wasn't until they opened their mouths. And I think that's normal. That's when you can pretty much find out if somebody has any sense of a brain. "12. I can speak in public to a powerful male group without putting my race on trial." Nope. First off, I wouldn't even talk to a powerful male. A male group? No. Just for what I've gone through on YouTube with the men in the sector I'm in, no, my race was always called into question once they found out. Always, and still does. I still have people, male and female, calling me a white bitch. And why is it a powerful male group? MALE. Guys, why wouldn't it be a powerful group of people, meaning men and women? I don't get it. Okay, number 13. I can do well professionally without being called a credit to my race. Yes! I asked my home attendant today, my aide, has she ever been told that she was a credit to her race? And she said no. She's a black woman. And she said no. There are black women on YouTube. I really like Lonnie, Queen Tut's cool, Selena, Earth Day, True Essence. CC, Chicky, there's a whole bunch. But never once have I thought, wow, they're a credit to their race. I've only heard that in TV shows and movies who are trying to push this white point stupidity agenda, whatever it is. I've never heard this in real life. Never. Okay. Now we go up to number 14. I am never asked to speak for my entire racial group. I said no. I've been asked a lot in this sector. There was a woman named Queenie who said, well, you know how your people are, Ellie. My people? My people are my cousins, their kids, my son. I'm even going to throw his girlfriend in there because they've been together for, I think, over a year and it looks pretty serious. So yeah, she's my people too. She's going to really be my people if they get married, and so will her kids be my people. And I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's white, Hispanic, black, Asian, Indian. I don't know what she is. I've never seen her. I asked my son, did she have brown hair? And he said no. That's all I know. She doesn't have brown hair. Because, okay, I'm going to be putting this on both my channels, so she may hear it. But I got her something for Christmas, and I wanted to make sure in my own head that it would go along with the color of her hair. And even though what I got her, I think will look good on any color hair, I really thought brown mostly. Now, if that makes me racist, then so be it. I'm racist, and fuck you. But that's who my people are. You know, I have a friend in Pennsylvania. She's my people. A friend in Jersey. She's my people. Actually, both their families are my people, too. If I had a way to protect everyone I care about, I would. There's a couple of people in California. There's a guy in Guam. There's a guy in, I want to say he lives in Boston. I don't know. There's a woman in upstate New York, even though I'm a little mad at her right now. A little bit, not much. But I would want to take care of her too and help her. But that's my people. It doesn't matter they're black, white, Italian, because I was told Italian is not white or black. And I was told this by an Italian. Asian, whatever. If I care about you, you're my people. I don't care what anyone says. There's someone on here named Lonnie. I like her. If I could protect her and her family, put her in the same group with everybody else, and I'll try to protect them. Barbie girl Tina. She's mixed. She's black and white. And I've seen a lot of people put her down and just call her white. You know what? Fuck you. Whether she's white, whether she's black, she's got such a spirit and a soul. The same thing with Lonnie and Selena and a whole bunch of other people I've met on here. But as for being asked to talk for my entire racial group, yes. And it's been the black people on YouTube who've made me do that. Okay, 15. I can remain oblivious of the language and customs of persons of color without feeling in my own culture any penalty for such obliviation. Yes! But don't just call this white privilege. All the motherfuckers and pieces of shit I've dealt with on YouTube do it too. One bitch even said here in America there is no way a black person could be racist. Meanwhile, she's calling me a white bitch. You have everything in every color, every race, every religion. Male or female, it doesn't matter. I've even seen shit in the animal fucking kingdom. So, it's in the animal kingdom. We came from animals, whether we came from the animals of the sea or the animals of the land or the air or whatever. If it's in the animal kingdom, it's in us. The only difference is we really do have the choice of what we're going to do. And yeah, I have done it. The first time I heard about Kwanzaa, I was like, what's Kwanzaa? Oh, well, it's like Christmas, but it's Christmas for black people. I heard about it in the 90s. When I saw the colors involved, I didn't like it. Because I was told that was Christmas celebrations. Christmas celebrations is not that. But I would also never stand there and just say to them, anyone celebrating it, fuck you celebrating Kwanzaa, that stupid shit. I've never said it to Jewish people for celebrating Hanukkah. Nothing. Their outfits and whatever. I've never said anything to anyone. I do wonder what the red dot on some Indian women's heads are. I think it has some religious, something to do with religion. And I've seen people make fun of that. Like they're a machine, you press the dot and you get a soda or something. I never did that. But I can be oblivious to shit. And my people would not care. And I'm including the black people. My aide is part of my people group. But when you're made to not be oblivious, it's different. It's just different. But yes, I can be. Okay, number 16. I can criticize our government and talk about how much I fear its policies and behavior without being seen as a cultural outsider. I answered yes to that question, but I feel like that's like that with everyone. I've seen tons of people talk about the government. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoopee. And black people don't get on black people's asses for talking about politics and whatever. Same thing with whatever you are. So again, like I said, a lot of these questions are just out and out bullshit. If a police officer stops me, I can be sure I haven't been singled out because of my race. Yes, I can be sure of that. But I would never think a cop would stop me because I'm white, or if I'm black, or if I'm whatever. And I know this has happened, and I know this still happens. And no, it's not right. But I've seen other people stopped and they are doing something wrong. I just saw a video where this woman went to Walmart, spent $300 and change, but was shoplifting a $22 purse. She ripped the tags off, put her stuff in it, and said it was her purse. And I'm like, you just spent over $300, I think it was. And it wasn't here in New York. But she felt like she could get away with that. She claimed they were racist for stopping her. You stole something. I don't give a fuck the bitch was black. You stole something. They caught you. They had you arrested. What the fuck? She even said later on, okay, I'll pay for the purse. Just let me get my stuff. I'll pay for the purse and I'll go. Which means she knows what she was doing. But I would never think I'm getting stopped for the color of my skin. In certain areas, yeah. And if I was black or Hispanic, yeah. Because I think that does still go on. But no, I don't. The first thing I would think of if a cop pulled me over is, what the fuck did I do? I had to have done something. Number 18. I can be pretty sure that if I ask to talk to the person in charge, I will be facing a person of my race. No. That's only happened a small handful of times here. Maybe it's because I'm in New York. But 9.5 out of 10 times the person who's in charge is black. So that's another falsehood. Number 19. I can easily buy books, children's toys, posters, greeting cards, or magazines featuring people of my race. I answered yes, because I know what I'm looking for. Most of the time I buy books, there has to be some sort of horror aspect. I bought a book recently called The Meg, and then I found out it was number 5 in a series. I'm not reading that book until I get the other 4. I'm anal like that. Magazines, most of the magazines I went for when I was younger and did get magazines, it was like Good Housekeeping, whatever would have recipes in it. Children's toys, growing up, my son loved Godzilla stuff, Power Rangers, a video game from PlayStation, Duke Nukem. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. It was whatever he was seeing on TV and his friends having. To me, I don't even get this. What are black children's toys? Can someone explain that to me, please? A basketball? Fuck you. White kids can play with a basketball too. Baseball equipment, fuck you. White kids can do it too. All kids can do it. One of the first Barbie dolls I ever had was black. She had like bristle eyebrows, which, she was from the 60s or the beginning of the 70s. And a lot of dolls had that. Barbie, baby dolls, and it didn't matter the color. She had short hair. It was reddish brown. I do get it that there's no toy, or there were no toys representing black kids. Like my buddy and kid sister, I never saw one of them black. I did, however, see Cabbage Patch Kids that were black. And I think it's stupid that these options weren't out there before, but from what I've seen in a lot of videos, the black kids want the white toys because that's what's on TV, the white Barbie dolls and whatever. It's what's on TV, what you see. Who the fuck made Birkin bags a fashion staple? People, I don't know what color, I don't know what sex, saw them, thought they were nice, and now everybody's gotta fucking have one or something similar. It's just the way it is. They're not made for black people or white people. I remember Tommy Hilfiger said once, his clothing wasn't specifically made for black people. I think that's a stupid statement. One of the stupidest, and I don't care if stupidest is not a word or not, it's one of the stupidest phrases I've ever fucking heard. Clothes are clothes. I've seen turbans I want to get because Wendy Williams, and I love Wendy Williams, used to put like little brooches on the front of it. I thought that was so pretty. What's the big deal? Toys are toys. My mother never gave a fuck if I wanted a black baby doll or whatever. What I wanted, it was cheap enough, I got it. But yeah, you know what you're looking for. If you're a black woman, you have a black daughter, or even black sons now. You want to get them a black baby doll, you go look for a black baby doll. If you want to get them a white baby doll, you go looking at white baby dolls. It's just what you do. Okay, number 20. As a child, I had access to books where the heroes and protagonists were the same race or color. I answered no. Most of the time, stories were read to me, or I read them in books. Nine out of 10 times, there was no picture. I mean, I know when I was a kid, I had Dr. Seuss books, I had Disney books. But most of my life, I've had books that didn't have pictures. So you had to use your own imagination. Now, if I imagined they were white, fuck you, because you can imagine they're black or whatever. Okay, 21. I can go home from most meetings of organizations I feel... Wait a minute. I can go home from most meetings of organizations I belong to feeling somewhat tied in, rather than isolated, out of place, outnumbered, unheard, held at a distance, or feared. 21. No. I answered no. I have always been isolated, outnumbered, unheard, and held at a distance. Especially here on fucking YouTube. Every fight I've had, especially with black women on YouTube, they were the ones who brought up race, not me. Oh, but this is white privilege. Black people have this shit too. And they have a little more privilege than white people now because they can go into a store, buy not buy something, but the 5-finger discount, and walk out of the store and nothing's going to really happen to them. I'm sure it's a white person too, but the news is showing blacks. And that's who you should be really mad at. Show all people good and bad. Majority I see are black people doing bad things but getting told, oh, it's because of poverty they have to do it. And white people doing bad things, they're just pieces of shit. And it's mostly things aimed at black people, or if they can twist it to aim it at black people. I don't care what color you are. If I got a target on you, I got a target on you. I don't give a fuck. Let's say I was to get mad at Lonnie. Oh, better case, better thing. I saw Barbie girl Tina say something in a chat once. And I knew it was about something Kwame Brown said. But then something clicked in my head. Well, they're talking about me. What if she's laughing at me and saying that about me? She wasn't. She wasn't. I was wrong. But I didn't think that about her because she's half fucking black. I don't care that she's half fucking white. All I saw was someone I liked. You know, as much as you can be a friend on YouTube, I consider her a friend. And she laughed at what they were saying about me. She didn't. But in a sense, me even saying that shit, that was like a target. I was mad and hurt that she said that. And at one point I thought it was about me. But that had nothing to do with the color of her skin. That was all the shit I was going through. And by who? Black people, especially black women on YouTube, who have privilege. Okay, number 22. I can take a job with an affirmative action employer without having coworkers suspect that I got it because of race. And I answered that question, number 22. Yes. Because white people didn't need affirmative action. I think at one point it was needed. Even though I still feel it's your job, it's your choice. If you don't want to hire black people, you don't hire them. You don't want to hire white people, you don't hire them. You don't want women on your job because they get catty and bullshit happens. Don't hire women. I think it's all up to you. But affirmative action is not needed now. It is the norm to look at everything about a person. And again, these are my opinions, my feelings, my whatever. Maybe I'm just delusional, but these are my thoughts, my take on things. People don't like it. Fuck you. Stay the hell away from me. Number 23. I can be sure that the gatekeepers in my life, such as my boss, my local MP, I don't know what an MP is, or my landlord, are the same color or race as me. No. Yes, my landlord is white. My family does help me, so gatekeepers, okay, yeah, they're white. But gatekeepers, doctors, nurses, all those things that come to my house, they're all black. I have had more black people in my house than white people. Okay, true, they're mostly these gatekeeper things, people who help me, whatever. But, why don't you give these questions to a black person? And it would not be considered privilege, it would just be considered normal. Well, it's normal for white people too. Get a grip. 24. I can be sure that if I need legal or medical help, the color of my skin will not work against me. 24. No, it has worked against me. There have been sometimes black nurses have come in here telling me off, telling me lock my cat away. My cat isn't vicious towards women. And certain men that don't seem really physical. But otherwise, she's nosy. She wants to sniff you. She wants you to pet her. No, I even had one nurse, black, push my cat hard with her foot. I told her, get your shit and get the fuck out of my house. You don't treat my cat like that. And what was my cat doing? Sniffing. And I've heard people say before, well, maybe she doesn't like cats. Well, fuck you. My house, I have a cat. My cat is not vicious. I don't have to lock her the fuck up. But again, yes, I have had that happen to me. They walk in, see I'm white, and they don't like it. And again, who is it? A black woman. Let's see. I can choose makeup or bandages in flesh color and have them more or less match my skin. Yes. So, a few years ago, they came out with different skin tones for black people. I never grew up that a Band-Aid was supposed to blend in with your skin so people don't see it. I was brought up it was to keep dirt out, germs out, whatever. Who gives a fuck what color it is? One day you're going to have people bitching, oh, gauze is white. You can't have white gauze. You have to have black. You have to have brown. What the fuck are you doing? This is medical shit. Who cares? You should care more about those gowns that leave your ass flapping in the fucking wind. And if you turn it around front ways, it's even worse. But that's what you should be worried about. Maybe making them things so big that nothing sticks the fuck out. But Band-Aids? That's fucking stupid. At school and universities, the last question, I could be sure that most of my teachers were the same color or race as me. I never went to college. Elementary, junior high, and high school. In elementary school, I think I remember one black teacher. I'm sorry, that was my home economics teacher in junior high. So in elementary school, I don't remember any black teachers. Junior high school, my home economics teacher was black. High school, there were tons. It is what it is, so what? People could make the same argument that my high school was hiring too many black teachers. Let's use affirmative action to hire white teachers. It's stupid now. And like I said, this white privilege test, it's stupid. You take it, see what you get. I don't care what color you are. It's going to wind up saying you have privilege. Unless you're just going to be a jerk off and say everything no. But this is my take on it.